Hey everyone, so I wanted to make a very quick comparing decimals video, and if you notice, we're going to do the very first half of the activity together, and then you can complete the last half on your own. So we should be able to fly through this pretty quickly. Looking at question number 1, I have 43 and 5/10 compared to 43 and 12/100. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stack my two numbers. I'm going to take the first number, 43 and 5/10, and then I'm going to write below it the second number, 43 and 12/100. But if you notice, I have to make sure that I've lined up my decimals so that way I can compare each place value, okay? All right, the second step after I align my decimals and stack my numbers is that I'm going to put a 0 placeholder where I have a lack of a number here. That way I can better compare them. So first things first, let's start way over here. If I notice, my 4s are the same in the tens place, so those are equal. My 3s are the same, so I'm going to put a check mark, those are equal. All right, now if you notice the decimal place value, I've got a 5 in the tenths place, and I've got a 1 in the tenths place in my other digit. So what I'm going to do is I know that if I have a 5 in this place value, it's going to be the greater decimal because 50 hundredths would be greater than 12 hundredths. So I automatically know that this number is the greater decimal. All right, looking at problem number 2. First step, I'm going to go ahead and stack my two numbers. Remember, make sure that you have your decimals lined up, and then I'm going to compare each digit. Now, the first thing I already noticed is when I look at the whole numbers to the left of my decimal, I have 18 in this whole number, and I have 19 in this whole number. So I can just stop there and automatically know that this digit is going to be the larger of the two. So I'm going to go ahead and put my greater than value pointing towards the 19.9. All right, for number 3, I've got 21 and 75 hundredths compared to 21 and 75 hundredths. I did stack these, but we automatically know that they are equal because I have the same numbers in the same place value positions. All right, number 4, I have 4 and 63 hundredths compared to 4 and 3/10. So I'm going to go ahead and stack those numbers and make sure my decimal points are lined up. I have 4 and 63 hundredths on the top, and I have 4 and 3/10 on the bottom. Remember, after I stack those up and line up my decimals, I am going to put a 0 placeholder where needed just to fill in the gaps. And now I'm going to start comparing from left to right. So my 4s are the same in the ones place. Now coming over here, the decimal place value, the 6 is greater than the 3. So I know that 63 hundredths is greater than 30 hundredths. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my greater than sign pointing towards the 4 and 63 hundredths. All right, the next number I have 5 and 17 hundredths compared to 5 and 4/10. So I've already stacked them and I've made sure to line up the decimals one on top of the other. All right, I'm also going to put a 0 in that gap just as a placeholder. It does not change the answer. And now I'm going to compare from left to right. So I have 5s in my ones place. Those are the same. I have a 1 in the tenths place and a 4 in the tenths place. So automatically I know that this number is going to be the greater number because 4 is greater than 1, or I could look at it as 40 hundredths is greater than 17 hundredths. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my sign eating the bigger number. All right, number 6. We have 10 and 35 hundredths compared to 10 and 35 hundredths. Once again, these are the same digits in the same place value spots, so I'm going to put an equal sign. All right, number 7, I have 47 and 31 hundredths compared to 39 and 73 hundredths. I did go ahead and stack them, and I lined up the decimals. And I've already noticed that I've got a different number in the tens place of my whole numbers. The 4 is definitely greater, so 47 is definitely greater than 39. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my sign facing towards the larger number. Now number 8. We are on 25 and 6/10 compared to 25 and 9/10. Once again, I have lined them up. I've made sure that my decimals are stacked one on top of the other, and now I'm going to go through and I'm going to check each place value from left to right. So the 2's are the same, gonna put a check. The 5's are the same, gonna put a check. All right, now here I have 9 compared to 6, and they are in the same place value position, so I just need to look at the bigger number, which is 9. So that means that 25 and 9/10 would be greater than 25 and 6/10. So I'm gonna have it eating the larger number. And it would look like so. All right, sweeties, so you just have to finish the rest of the page. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget, please stack your numbers, making sure that you line up your decimals. And if you have any empty spaces, you can add a 0 placeholder. Then you simply need to go from left to right, checking the values of your numbers to see which one is greater. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.